DegloireSpace signing in. Age ain't nothing but a number. We've all heard that saying, there's even a song about it. I want to speak about age because it is one of the major insecurities that people have. We all have a fear of the end. We all have fear of change. As you get older, you're going to get closer to the end and change. With age, things change. We don't know exactly where they change, but they just seem to change. For example, you'll be living your life and then people start telling you, you're too old for this. You know, you're a little kid and you're behaving in such a way, and then your teacher tells you, hey, that's not suitable for a grade 4. That's what a grade 1 acts like. And you see, this is a crucial point to make out, that people tell you what your age should look like. There isn't any inherent thing that, okay, I'm now this age. There's a natural part to age. There are certain things you kind of drop, but that one is natural. And that one doesn't bring about stress. Whereas the one that is labeled onto you, that will bring stress because inside you, you don't believe in this age. But everyone's telling you this is what you need to do. People can make you a lot older. And when I say older here, I mean it in a bad way. I mean it more like they'll wear you out before your time. Let's look at being old. There's a good part to it, and there's a neutral part, and there's a negative part. The good part to it is as you get older, providing that you've lived your experience as well, you generally should become more at ease inside you. I would say, especially if you've lived, nothing worse than getting older with age and not having lived. And then suddenly you just feel like, oh, I haven't done so much. That's probably one of the worst ones. Neutral is you're gonna get old. It's gonna happen. You know, you'll feel maybe, you know, your energy might get less, maybe, and it's not definite. I've heard people in their 30s complain about energy levels. Personally, my 30s were pretty damn good in terms of energy. A lot of it has got to do with not having a good lifestyle. You need to be honest with yourself so that you have a lifestyle that suits you. Having a lifestyle that suits your personality and allows you to flourish will give you an abundance of energy. And then there's, of course, the negative part of age. When your mind gets old, you could be 20 and you'll feel useless. You'll feel hopeless. You see, that is the bad thing, because once up here is old, it means you're closed off. You are no longer open to new experiences. You're no longer open to growing. You've locked up, so you are old. You could even say you're dead. You know, you're just living, you're breathing, the body is breathing, but there's no growth, and that is the worst kind. And that's the type we're addressing in this video. Some people will make you feel old. It means they kill that sense of adventure you have. They kill the playfulness. There are certain things in your culture. And, you know, if you have the freedom to live somewhere that doesn't kill you, I mean, kill that inner part of you that makes you youthful, I would suggest move. Getting old in the body is not bad at all if your mindset is adapting. That is the real problem with getting old. People get into certain habits and then they lock up. People get into certain mindsets and lock up. This doesn't really have anything to do with the physical age of a person. I remember myself, when I was in certain ages, I had the wrong mindset that made me feel like I was way older than what I was. I started feeling like time is up. I was in my 20s. I started feeling like that's it. It's game over from here. Oh, there's not much time. And time suddenly, in your brain, you're calculating, you're like 5 years, 10 years, that's nothing. What's this? And then you start feeling like time, it's gone, and you're only 20. Something that everybody can relate to when you first go to high school and you look up at the big kids and you think, wow, they're so old. And then you get to that age and you're like, not so old, you know? Maybe if you keep comparing yourself to the kids, you start feeling I'm old. The more you compare, the more you start feeling like you're old or you're running out of time. And that isn't to say that you shouldn't have a sense of urgency when doing certain things. We're not here talking about the sense of urgency, like I want to achieve, I want to have discipline and then work through that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this feeling that it's game over for me. That is ultimately what getting old is. It's like you start feeling like, man, it's all over for me, there's nothing, and you start making these weird calculations in your head that it's all over. Those kind of people that promote that kind of thinking to you, and they might do it intentionally, they might not do it intentionally. It could just be a personality. Be aware of that, because it seeps into you and then you start finding yourself like, oh, I'm too old, I can't do this. And you start judging yourself in things that you're actually not too old to do. I'm not telling you that, oh, you're 70 years old or you're 40 and then somebody's telling you, oh, it's time to join the NBA. I'm not talking about that. That's delusioned. Oh, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you're 40 and you decide, I want to start playing some basketball. That's okay. We're not talking about you joining the NBA. The mindset that allows you to continuously be young and new. So sometimes you might be feeling like you're older, not because you're old, but because of your mindset that you are borrowing from others around you. So what to do? Whenever you feel that kind of, oh, I'm getting old, ask yourself, where is this coming from? And write it down. Have a look, what are the ideas that you're having that are making you feel that way? What are the things that you want to achieve that are making you feel that way? If you're in your mid-30s and you want to compete in gymnastics, look, just be realistic, okay? When you are being realistic with those, you will find a substitute that will take care of that bit. You'll find if it's not, performing gymnastics, okay, it's too late for me to do that. I can never be part of the Olympics team. But hey, you might decide to join a gymnastics for adults, or you might find something else. Look at the reasons why and then address those reasons. Address them just by reflection. I'm feeling that way because I feel like I'm getting uglier. I feel like no one likes me anymore. If you're feeling that, like those things, those are borrowed. Those are not your ideas. I'll tell you how you know. Okay, I'm getting older, no one likes me. Why will no one like me? And I'll see, when you've asked that question, we can now go in to the next bit. No one likes me because, don't know. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get to the bottom of this. You want to know, you want to identify why you're feeling that way. And once you've addressed it, you will see that a lot of the ideas that you have regarding your age are borrowed. These are things you've been brainwashed. And if the people that are brainwashing you are around you, hey, they need to go. Distance needs to be placed. Youthfulness is just your ability to adapt and your ability to keep being new over and over again. Look up the science behind this. The brain's functionality. The more that you allow your brain to adapt and open to new situations, new explorations, new adventures, the more you do that, the younger your brain stays. DegloireSpace signing out.